Carmen recently appeared on the show because her son was being accused of molesting 3 of his children. The children's mother, Jennifer, not only kept Demetrious and his mother, Carmen, away from the kids for almost 2 years, but she also believed that Carmen knew about the alleged abuse and covered it up. Watch this. Demetrious was co-parenting his 5 children with their mother, Jennifer, and he thought everything was going great. But then 2 years ago, Jennifer accused him of molesting 3 of the children. And even though authorities have closed multiple investigations against him, he has not seen his children in almost 2 years. And now Demetrious believes that Jennifer was coaching their children to say these horrible things about their father. Take a look.
My kids came home from a visit December 28th that week. And I always ask my kids, how was your weekend with your dad? What did y'all do? And they was very excited. They were saying that they went to Chuck E. Cheese, I believe it was. And in the midst of her telling me what they was doing, my daughter said, I was only touched once. So when she said that, I said, what do you mean you was only touched once? They both look at each other, both my daughters, like they wasn't supposed to tell me that. I said, what are y'all talking about? They go, Mom, Daddy and a relative of his put their fingers. My other daughter goes, mine's too. I said, are you sure? She said, yes. She goes, I was screaming, Mom. I was asking for help. And they ended up putting tape in her mouth, she said.
Over her mouth?
Yes, over her mouth to help her not scream. So I automatically text him and asked him. I automatically text the relative and asked the relative as well what was going on, what the kids were saying. Their dad replied, and he was like, oh, you're crazy. My family would never do that. My family would never do that. And I asked him, I said, well, was that specific relative at the house as well? He wouldn't answer that. The next morning, I took my kids to go to the hospital to get checked out. I had to wait for the kid to come back. The kid came back, and it was my daughter, they said it was a little irritated, but it was no signs of penetration. My kids then had to go and speak to a detective. They spoke to a detective. When they were finished doing the interview with the detective, they put me in a room by myself. They said, your kids are saying that they were touched, but they said that that was not enough detail, so they said that they would put my kids in therapy, because usually when kids go to therapy at that age, they speak more.
And then you found out that your son, you thought he was abused too, right?
Yes.
What did your son say his father did to him?
My son said that his father and the relative as well put ice.
And you believed it?
I have no choice but to believe my children.
And then when you made these allegations, was Demetrious interviewed by the police?
Not till a year later.
Yeah. But they still closed the case, right?
No, the police is not.
Not the police, but
DHS did, yes.
closed
The police, the detective, I just spoke to her, and she said that she was waiting on the relative to come. She spoke to my kid's father already, and she was waiting for the relative to come and speak to.
But if DHS closed the case, then the police really don't have anything, right?
I guess that's how it is. But my kids is continuing to say it.
You believe that Demetrious' mother also knew about the abuse, right?
Because my children said that she knows.
How?
They said that she caught them.
And that she
pretended to call the police.
She caught them doing what?
That she caught them hurting my children.
The mom walked in and caught Demetrious and another guy hurting the children or molesting the children?
Say.
Like what?
Yes, while he was touching on.
Walked in on her son sexually molesting the girls, and she did what?
She started yelling. They said it was a lot of yelling, my children said, between them, between all 3 of them, it was a lot of yelling. And they said that she went like this and pretended to call the police in front of my children.
But you say she didn't do anything.
Well, the police said they never got a call from her about that at all.
So you think a mother walks in on her son molesting her grandchildren and then does nothing?
I don't know what to believe. I'm just
But you believe in your kids, right?
I do believe my children 100%.
So then you believe the fact that she walked in caught the son in the middle of molesting the grandchildren and did nothing.
I believe so.
Now, they believe that you're coaching the children to say all this.
I would never do that.
Let's meet Demetrious.
You know I would never touch my kids.
The
You're
kids
a
are
liar.
saying, the kids saying you touched them.
You
Jealous of what,
Why
Demetrious?
did DHS post the case out?
Jealous of what?
Why did you want to be with me?
I do not want to be with you,
I got messages to
Demetrious.
prove you're a
Demetrious,
liar.
I don't want to be
Yes,
with
you
you.
do.
The kids
You
are
are a
saying
liar.
you
Never
touched them.
said that.
Did you molest your kids?
No.
Why do you think you're being accused?
She jealous.
Of what?
I had a new girlfriend.
So you broke up with her?
I broke up with her almost 2 years before I got with the new girl.
I put her out my house. I received
No, but I'm saying you're the one that ended this relationship.
I ended it. Why are you lying?
Why did you end it?
Because of this.
I put you
She's
out.
arguing with me all the time. If it's not this, she tried to put a sex tape out on me. She put...
It wasn't
A
no
sex
sex
tape.
tape. I don't have no problem
She made
with
a sex tape of me and her that she had and put it on Facebook.
Not on Facebook. He is lying.
Where'd you put it?
You put it on social media,
You're
so it don't
lying.
matter, though.
Let me talk. He is lying, okay?
What'd
What
you
it
put on
was
social
that
media?
before this girl came in the picture, I didn't know nothing about her.
Just say yes
We
or no.
was
Did you put it or not,
co-parenting.
though?
Can you let me talk?
Just yes
We
or
was-
no. We asked you. Did you put it on social media?
I sent it to her. I sent it to her.
So you had a sex
Because
tape
she
of the
didn't
two of
believe
you.
that we were still having sex.
Okay. So you had a sex tape of you and him. He gets a new girlfriend, and you send it to her.
Yes, because
Why?
Because we were still having sex and I didn't know
No, we
about
would
her.
not.
You didn't know about her?
I didn't know about her. I would have
Why
never
were
been
you
having
still
sex,
having
with
sex
him.
with them?
You ain't
Because we
supposed
were
to know about my
co-parents and
life.
still. He said we're gonna work things out. We're gonna continue to do things.
I ain't
So
tell you
as
that.
we was going, as he was co-parenting and
damn
picking the
lie.
kids up, he was saying
So
that
he's coming over. You can't say no to
he
sex.
was in my house for Christmas, for Thanksgiving.
So you got to have sex.
No, I'm not saying that. But,
But
it just,
you did.
We
That's what you
did.
saying,
We
obviously.
did. But not after the allegations. I haven't spoke to him. I haven't seen him. I don't call him. I
But
don't
these
do anything.
allegations occur after he had the girlfriend?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
She said
Let's
she
meet
housed
your
me.
mother, Carmen.
Bubby.
Go ahead.
You know.
You know.
You lying.
You know.
You know
You
you
know.
lying.
Miss Carmen,
You
you know.
you lying.
know.
Jennifer, you know you
know.
lying. You
All right.
know I would never
I
choose
would-
him over my grandkids.
But you are.
Yeah, I would choose
Because
him
these
over
are
you.
your grandchildren
I would choose
saying
him
it.
over you.
These
but
are your
and guess
grandchildren
what I
saying
did?
it. You're not listening.
I waited till
You're not
DHS.
listening. None of y'all even see
Get it out, though.
You didn't slap these kids and be like, don't you dare say anything.
Anybody who knows, first of all, I never saw
Yes or no?
anything. But anybody
Yes or
who
no?
knows me knows
Yes or
I
no?
would never slap my
Yes-
grandchildren.
yes or no?
No,
Okay.
I did not.
How about the fact that your son and another family member taped up the girls' mouths?
Never happened.
And you walked in on them.
Never happened.
What about
Never happened.
Your son took ice and then raped
Steve,
them.
if this happened, why did she take him to the hospital?
She didn't take my son to the hospital.
Did you take him to the hospital?
No.
The detectives told me not to.
Okay, stop.
Bring them in straight for questioning, and that's what they did.
Okay.
They told me to bring him in straight for questioning, and I brought
Okay.
him in for questioning.
And so, one of the biggest key pieces of evidence in any case is physical evidence, especially in criminal sex assault
it doesn't mean
cases.
you didn't do it.
Okay, listen to me. DNA. So you're telling me a detective, and I don't know where you live, but, strange things been happening.
Philadelphia.
Okay, major city. You probably deals with this all the time. The bigger the city, the more crimes happen, right?
SVU detective.
So these kids are supposedly sexually molested, and according to you,
All she
one
did
is,
was-
and they're like, no, don't take them to the hospital. We don't want to see if these
I
kids
asked
were
her,
actually
and
hurt.
I asked.
So a
I asked her.
detective actually said,
I said because
don't
he-
take them to the hospital. We don't want that
My
evidence.
son came to me almost
Okay,
2 weeks
that
after
sounds like
the girls came to me.
you have a daughter that's not Demetrious from previous relationship. She's a little older. Let's bring her out.
I honestly don't have nothing to say to the two of you. I have no reason to believe that my siblings will lie about this, nor do I believe that my mom will coach them just to ruin your life. Who are you? You are nobody.
Do you believe that he
Like,
molested your siblings?
Yes, I
you
believe my
believe that he
siblings.
raped
Yes,
your
yes, I
brother?
believe my siblings. They told me their self.
What did your siblings say to you exactly?
Well, the one, she told me that her daddy had tied her hands up and he made her watch inappropriate videos. And right then
Like
and there,
porn?
I believe so, yes.
So he tied her hands up and
Yes.
made her watch TV.
Yes. That's what she told me.
And did you say, why'd he do that?
I didn't want to hear her talk about it anymore, so I instantly stopped her, and I just let her know that she don't have to worry about that anymore, and she's comfortable with me, and she's safe with me.
Steve.
I don't want to keep asking her and putting them through this trauma, like, oh, well, like, did he do this?
Does it
this
make
way?
sense that somebody would tie a child's hands up and make them watch TV?
No.
Yes. Why
No.
not? A lot of things don't make sense
This is
that happen.
what they're saying.
Carmen, you came here and took a lie detector test, and we asked you, did Jennifer's children tell you that they were being sexually abused by anyone? You answered no. Did you at any time strike your grandson in the face after you were told that Demetrious had molested him? You answered no. Results of your lie detector test is that you told the truth.
I walked in on him. That's a damn lie.
Did you at any time ever intentionally touch or fondle either of your daughters on their private areas for your own sexual gratification? You answered no. Did you at any time ever intentionally touch or fondle your son on his private area for your own sexual gratification? You answered no. Did you ever witness anyone ever sexually molest any of your 3 children? You answered no. Did you at any time bound your children up with tape or any other kind of materials and have them watch inappropriate movies? You answered no. Results came back all the same, and they came back Demetrious told the truth.
Kid said this.
Don't want that.
What's your response to
I
him?
said I apologize. And
No, well, I'm clear.
I'm only trying to protect
Apology
my
is not
children.
enough.
I'm only
I
trying
think
to
I get
protect our
2 years.
children.
2 years.
You didn't try.
Because of
All right?
We asked Jennifer, are you fabricating a story that Demetrious and one of his relatives sexually molested 3 of your children? You answered no. Did you help your children make up the story that they were sexually abused by Demetrious and another relative of Demetrious at any time? You answered no. Did your 3 children come up to you on their own without any coaching, coercion, and assistance from you in leading questions to them that they were sexually molested by Demetrious and his male relative? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that you did not tell the truth.
What question did I tell the truth on?
All of them.
You don't know. Hush
All
up.
of
What
them.
question did I tell you
All
not
of them.
pass?
We told you before we got here. You telling the truth, you telling a lie.
I would never
Before we even
lie.
got here, I told you were lying. You knew you were lying.
Before your children ever spoke to DHS or police, did you ever practice with them what they were to say to the authorities about being sexually abused by their father in order to get their story straight? You answered no, and you did not tell the truth. Now,
Yeah, you did. You did. But you know what? Let me tell you something. You know what? As angry as I am, I still love you. I still pray for you every
Put your
day.
hands away from me,
I'm
all right?
saying.
Okay.
It just said.
Examinee admitted she has made up stories to make her look better in the past. Lied to get revenge on someone. Lied on someone to benefit herself. That's what you're, no. So we're lying now? I've never met you. Why would I lie on you?
There has been so much around this, and everybody in my family, even friends, and people have wanted to attack her physically. I have always maintained that is my grandchildren's mother. If she hurts, they hurt. I don't want any trauma to them. So she can't go through trauma. I know she comes from a traumatic background. I've taken every name she's called me, fat bitch, black bitch, all kinds of stuff. I still gave to her. I fought with him not to give her because I said, those kids need it. I don't care what you say. I don't care what she says. If I have it to give to my grandkids, I don't care what's going on, they get it.
I'm glad you came here, you exposed her, and you proved yourselves that, you didn't do this. But I think any reasonable person listening to the story would never believe it from the beginning. Thanks for coming on, Demetrious. Good luck to you. Nice. Even though Jennifer's lie detector test proved that she was coaching her children to say that their father was molesting them, Carmen still feared that she would never see her grandchildren again. And now she is joining us virtually to let us know what happened after the show.
Well, after the show, we didn't believe that we really would still see the kids because she might have been embarrassed, but she did keep her promise and allow us to see the kids. My son Demetrious went up there on Monday, and he and Jennifer took the kids to the park, and they were able to call me on their cell phone, and I talked to them, and the next Friday they did come over, and they spent the weekend with us.
What was that like for you after 2 years of not seeing your grandkids?
Oh my God, it was magical. They came in the door and they were screaming, no, 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 no. And we were all hugging and kissing, and I was trying to grab all 5 of them all at one time, and they were just running around, and everybody wanted my individual attention. And all I could do was just wrap my arms around them and just tell them how much I loved them and I missed them. And so it was just beautiful.
So I understand that you taped a little bit of a reunion for us?
Yeah, I tried to. I tried to.
Well, let's watch that.
I made.
Show none of your card. Come here.
Yay! Oh, I love you! Come over here.
Yep.
Come on. Oh, yes. Oh, my babies. Say hey. Hi. Hey, say hey, Steve. Hey, Steve.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I can't imagine what that's like, 2 years, you get to see them. So I'm really happy that, this all worked out and you got to be with your grandchildren again. Did Jennifer ever admit that she coached the children? Because she came on, she failed. Did she ever say, yeah, I did that?
I don't think she ever did. She did send me an apology text before the kids came, and I just let her know that I did forgive her already, but I wasn't ready to talk to her yet because I wasn't sure what I was going to say. So I just allowed Demetrious and Jennifer to talk and be parents, and I just stepped back a little bit.
Now, I'm told that you have something that you want to say to me.
Yes, I do. I just want to say I really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart. I almost had given up hope of seeing my grandchildren when they were this young, but I prayed, and God used you to answer my prayer. I thank you so much because you just don't know the joy and the laughter and the smiles and the tears. The spirit of depression and despair has left my home. We have been reconciled, and I thank you. I don't know what we would have done without you.
Well,
Your staff has been so gracious to us. And so we just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I know my grandchildren thank you, even though they don't really know who Steve is.
Yeah.
But you will always be in our memories.
Yeah, well, I know no one at my staff, nobody watching that show ever thought that you were guilty of, watching your son abuse those grandchildren. We knew you were going to pass. And listen, everybody on my staff, myself, everybody watching, we're rooting for you. We hope that you won't be deprived of these grandchildren again, and we wish you all the best going forward.
We thank you so much. We thank you so much.
Take care.
We do. God bless.